Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Brooks. Every day, I share real effective ways to help men restore their strength and confidence. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's get started. Today, we need to tackle a topic that's quietly wreaking havoc on male reproductive health. I'm talking about specific foods that are silently destroying sperm count, sperm quality, and overall fertility. The alarming part? Most men consume these foods every day without even realizing the damage they're causing. Quick question before we dive in. How many processed or sugary foods did you have yesterday? Drop the number in the comments. It's interesting to see what most men eat daily. Please, this is really important. Before we dive into the details, I want you to understand that what I'm about to share can protect your fertility, maintain your testosterone levels, and potentially prevent serious health issues in the future. This isn't just about fathering children. The same foods that harm sperm also interfere with erectile function, depress testosterone production, and disrupt key hormonal and metabolic processes. Let's start with a shocking statistic. Over the past 40 years, sperm counts in men have dropped by more than 50%. That's not an exaggeration. This is not a natural consequence of aging. It's an environmental and dietary crisis impacting men of all ages. While many factors contribute to this decline, including stress, toxins, and lifestyle habits, diet plays a central, decisive role. Every meal you eat is either nurturing your sperm production or actively sabotaging it. Let's break down the worst offenders, beginning with the number one food that men consume regularly without thinking twice: processed meats. I'm referring to bacon, hot dogs, sausages, pepperoni, salami, deli meats, and all those packaged meat products that are convenient but destructive. These foods are extremely damaging to sperm health. Research is clear. Men who consume high amounts of processed meat have significantly lower sperm counts, decreased motility, meaning the sperm don't swim properly, and abnormal morphology, meaning their structure is compromised. One large study found that men consuming the most processed meats had 23% lower sperm concentrations compared to those who ate the least. Why are processed meats so harmful? First, they're loaded with preservatives such as nitrates and nitrites. These chemicals, intended to preserve the meat and give it color, can convert in the body to nitrosamines, which are known to damage DNA and interfere with hormone production. Sperm cells are especially vulnerable to DNA damage because they are rapidly dividing and continuously produced. Second, processed meats are high in saturated fats and often contain trans fats. While some saturated fat is necessary for hormone production, excess, especially from processed sources, promotes chronic inflammation, disrupting the delicate balance required for sperm development. Third, these meats may contain hormones and antibiotics used in livestock production, which can interfere with your own hormone regulation. Finally, high-temperature processing creates harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, which inflame tissues throughout the body, including the testes. The solution is straightforward, though it requires discipline. Eliminate or drastically reduce processed meats. If bacon, deli sandwiches, and pepperoni pizza are part of your daily routine, you're continuously exposing your reproductive system to damaging compounds. Next on the list is soy. This is controversial because soy is often marketed as a healthy food, but excessive intake can impact male fertility. Soy contains phytoestrogens, plant compounds that mimic estrogen, particularly isoflavones. When men consume large quantities of soy, these phytoestrogens disrupt hormone signaling crucial for sperm production. Studies show that high soy intake correlates with lower sperm concentrations. One study revealed that men consuming just half a serving of soy per day had 41 million fewer sperm per milliliter compared to men who avoided soy. The effect is most pronounced with processed soy products, like soy protein isolates, found in protein bars, shakes, and meat substitutes. Traditional fermented soy products, such as miso or tempeh, appear much safer in moderation. If you rely on plant-based protein, alternatives like hemp, pea protein, or whole foods, such as beans, lentils, and quinoa, are better options. The third major fertility-damaging factor is high sugar intake, especially high-fructose corn syrup. Excessive sugar is rampant in modern diets and is highly detrimental to sperm health. Studies reveal a clear inverse relationship between sugar consumption and sperm quality. The more sugar consumed, the lower the sperm count, motility, and overall semen health. Sugar overload leads to insulin resistance, which interferes with hormone regulation essential for sperm production. It also causes oxidative stress, overwhelming the mitochondria and generating free radicals that damage DNA in sperm cells. Additionally, high sugar consumption contributes to obesity, which elevates estrogen levels via the enzyme aromatase in fat tissue, further impairing sperm production. The worst culprits are sugar-sweetened beverages, sodas, energy drinks, sweet teas, flavored coffees, and even some fruit juices. To protect fertility, eliminate sugary drinks, reduce processed foods, and focus on whole carbohydrates from vegetables, fruits, and whole grains to keep blood sugar stable. Conventional dairy is another underestimated problem. While dairy is often seen as a healthy protein source, research shows associations between high conventional dairy intake and reduced sperm count and quality, especially with low-fat or skim products. Dairy contains natural and synthetic hormones, as well as elevated estrogen from pregnant cows, which can interfere with hormone balance in men. Interestingly, full-fat organic dairy is less problematic and may even support fertility due to its healthy fat content. Choosing organic full-fat dairy from grass-fed cows or reducing dairy consumption and obtaining calcium and protein from other sources can mitigate these risks. Pesticides and herbicides present another significant concern. Modern agriculture uses chemicals that can act as endocrine disruptors, harming sperm production. Non-organic fruits and vegetables, especially those on the dirty dozen list, often contain high pesticide residues. Pesticides can damage sperm DNA or disrupt hormonal signals critical for sperm production. The solution is to choose organic when possible, particularly for high residue items, or prioritize lower residue foods known as the Clean 15, including avocados, sweet corn, pineapples, onions, papaya, peas, eggplant, asparagus, broccoli, cabbage, kiwi, cauliflower, mushrooms, and cantaloupe. Trans fats are another major hazard. These partially hydrogenated oils, found in many baked goods, fried foods, and margarine, are highly inflammatory, damaging cell membranes and blood vessels, and particularly harmful to rapidly dividing sperm cells. Even foods labeled as zero trans fats may contain small amounts that accumulate quickly. Avoid anything with partially hydrogenated oils, deep-fried restaurant foods, margarine, and many processed baked goods, opting instead for healthier fats like butter or olive oil. Alcohol is another common sperm-damaging substance. Moderate drinking, 1 to 2 drinks per day, is generally safe, but heavy or binge drinking impairs sperm count, motility, and morphology. Alcohol increases oxidative stress, disrupts hormone production, and impairs liver function, further affecting hormone balance. To protect fertility, limit alcohol to a single drink per day and include several alcohol-free days weekly. Plastic packaging and containers introduce endocrine-disrupting chemicals such as phthalates and BPA. These chemicals leach into food, particularly when hot, fatty, or acidic, and are linked to reduced sperm count and motility. To reduce exposure, store food in glass or stainless steel. Avoid microwaving in plastic. Choose BPA-free cans and prioritize fresh or frozen foods over canned products. Conventionally raised red meat, while providing nutrients like zinc and B vitamins, can also harm sperm when sourced from livestock treated with hormones, antibiotics, and fed high corn or soy diets. These factors, along with high-temperature cooking, create inflammatory compounds that reduce sperm quality. Grass-fed, organic red meat in moderation is a safer choice, balanced with plenty of vegetables and whole foods. So what should you eat to protect and improve fertility? Focus on fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel for omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and support sperm membrane health. Include colorful vegetables and fruits for antioxidants, nuts like walnuts and Brazil nuts for minerals and healthy fats, leafy greens for folate, and foods rich in zinc like pumpkin seeds, oysters, and cashews. Selenium from Brazil nuts protects sperm from oxidative damage, while healthy fats from avocados, olive oil, and coconut oil support hormone production. Organic produce and grass-fed animal products are preferable. Stay hydrated with clean water and avoid plastic bottles. Certain supplements can also help. Coenzyme Q10 improves sperm count, motility, and morphology. Vitamin C protects DNA. Vitamin E works with vitamin C to support membranes. Zinc and selenium support sperm development. Folate aids DNA synthesis. Omega-3s reduce inflammation. Acetylcysteine is a powerful antioxidant for sperm quality. Here's your action plan. Eliminate processed meats. Reduce sugar intake and sugary drinks. Minimize soy products. Choose organic produce when possible. Eliminate trans fats. Reduce plastic exposure. Limit alcohol. And opt for grass-fed meat and full-fat dairy. Balance your meals with vegetables, whole plant foods, and healthy fats. Take this seriously. Your fertility reflects your overall health. Improving diet improves testosterone, erectile function, energy, vitality, and reduces chronic disease risk. By making these changes, you're not just protecting your reproductive health, you're optimizing your body for long-term vitality. Every meal is a choice. Choose foods that support your health, energy, and fertility. Your future self will thank you. I'm Dr. Victoria Brooks, and remember, what you eat today directly shapes your health and vitality tomorrow.